chromatography. The first step of a chromatography, we prepare the components of chromatography. The components, the components of chromatography are number one, or A, is the filter paper. Filter paper. Number two, or number B, the solvent. And number C, the colored compound. Colored compound. For example, pigment. Okay, this is the first step of chromatography, to prepare its components: filter paper, solvent, and the colored compound. Right. Number two, to put one drop of the colored compound, to put one drop of the colored compound on the filter paper. يبقى number two, step number two, put one drop of the pigment, I will say pigment, on the filter paper. Okay. Right. يبقى put one drop of the pigment on the filter paper. Number three, immerse the filter paper into the solvent. I will immerse the filter paper into the solvent. Okay. Right. What will happen after we immerse the filter paper into the solvent? Before that, we have here, before, in number two, sorry, we have here one step. Sorry, because I am writing from my pen. I don't write from the book. The steps are not written inside the book. I am writing from my brain. So I am referring to the steps of chromatography from my brain. They are not written inside the book. Okay. Fine. Number two, the second step, to draw two lines. To draw two lines. One at the bottom. It is called the base line. The base line. We draw two lines. On the filter paper. The first line is called base line, and it is drawn at the bottom, near to the bottom of the filter paper. Okay, and the second line is at the top of near the top of the filter paper, and it is called the solvent front. And the second line is called solvent front. So we have two lines. We have to draw two lines. The first line is the base line, and it is at the bottom of the filter paper, and the other line is at the is called solvent front. And it is drawn at the top, near to the top of the filter paper. Right. At the base line, put one drop of the pigment on the filter paper at the base line. So we put one drop of the pigment is made as
The base color.
solution. What? Huh?
Eh?
Who's speaking? Right. So we put one drop of the pigment, on the filter paper at the base line. The fourth step is to immerse the filter paper into the solvent. Okay. Right. But not we immerse the filter paper into the solvent will be under the baseline. There is one condition: we immerse under the baseline. So we don't reach the baseline. The solvent will not reach the baseline.
Will be under.
The solvent will not reach the baseline. What will happen after that? What will happen? The solvent will move upward. The filter paper will absorb the solvent, and the solvent will move upward. When the solvent move upward, it will separate the drop of the pigment into different colors, like in page 13. Notice the picture in page 13. Notice that if we have one drop of the pigment at the baseline, it was separated into the first one, اللي هو figure 163, page 13, figure 163. We have four compounds here. M, A, B, and C. خلاص. If we put one drop of the compound M on the baseline and we immerse the filter paper into the solvent, the compound M, which is juice, pigment, and so on, it will be separated into 3 spots. It will give 3 spots. So after immersing the filter paper into the solvent under the baseline, number 5, the compound, the color compound will be separated into different colors. Okay, and every color that appears on the filter paper refers to one compound. Every color or a spot. So for the compound M, we have here 3 spots. We have here in figure 163 in page 13. We have the compound M. Was separated into 3 compounds, into 3 spots. Different colors here refers to the number of spots. يبقى the colors refer to the number of spots. Every spot refers to one compound. So we identify that the compound M consists of 3 compounds. Okay, it's a mixture of 3 compounds. Right, compound A. Compound M. What is the difference between compound M and the compound A, for example? Who can tell me what is the difference between compound A and the compound M? Grade 9. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Who can tell me what is the difference between compound A and the compound M?